The 61st plenary meeting of the General Assembly is called to order. The General Assembly will resume its consideration of Agenda Item 69 entitled Elimination of Racism, Racial Discrimination, Xenophobia, and Related Intolerance, to commemorate the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination in accordance with Resolution 79/161 of 17 December 2024. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. 65 years ago, in Sharpeville, South Africa, peaceful protesters stood against injustice. 69 lives were lost that day, but their courage ignited a movement, one that continues today. Today we commemorate their sacrifice, uphold their message, and ensure their struggle lives on. As we mark this year the 60th anniversary of the adoption of the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, we must recommit to its provisions that prohibit racial discrimination in all its forms and promote understanding among all people. With 182 member states as parties, the Convention remains an important legal instrument in the global fight against racial discrimination, promoting justice, equality, and human rights for all. But as with all other legal instruments, ambition must translate into implementation and action. Achieving this requires strong political will, global solidarity, and sustained commitment from all member states. We must take decisive action to enforce anti-discrimination laws and ensure they are effective in protecting all communities. This requires investing in inclusive education, raising public awareness, and actively challenging harmful stereotypes that perpetuate discrimination. And we must place all our efforts to mobilize international cooperation, political will, and the resources needed to fully implement the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, as well as the Durban Declaration and Program of Action. We must also empower young people, not only protecting them from discrimination, but enabling them to become agents of change. Their voices must shape the policies and solutions that build a just and inclusive society. Excellencies, the fight against racial discrimination is not just a moral duty. It is a necessity for peace, justice, and development. Eradicating racism is essential to achieving the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. The Summit of the Future and the Pact for the Future recognize this. In that document, world leaders committed to promoting tolerance, embracing diversity, and combating all forms of discrimination, including racism, xenophobia, and the related intolerance. As President of the General Assembly, I remain committed to these principles. I have positioned my presidency under the theme of unity in diversity for the advancement of peace, sustainable development, and human dignity for everyone, everywhere. Excellencies, Today's commemoration is a crucial moment to reaffirm our unwavering commitment to equality, justice, and the fight against racial discrimination in all its forms. This commitment holds deep significance in Africa, a continent that has long carried the weight of historical injustices. Yet Africa is also a beacon of resilience and leadership. Africa has shown the world how to successfully end abhorrent examples of institutional racism and bigotry. We must therefore listen to African voices and fully integrate their perspective into global anti-racism efforts. Excellencies, let us ensure that dignity, equality, and justice are not vague aspirations, but substantive realities. Through our continued action, we must inspire the next generation to carry forward the fight against racial discrimination with hope and determination. We must all stand against racism and build a world where equality is not promised but practiced for everyone, everywhere. I thank you.